distinguished panelists. It's a privilege to be here today and to be involved in such a vital conversation about artificial intelligence and its impact on our lives. When talking about AI, it's important to say, to remember the famous metaphor, which is that the medal has two sides. So the first side is all about the opportunities that AI is going to offer us, which is going to be related to all the areas within the structure of economy: health, education, agriculture, or wherever you wish, mining stuff, energy, everywhere. So it's going to offer us new solutions that is going to make our lives easier. That's obvious, of course. So here, the government of Armenia, we are putting and uniting our efforts to use the maximum potential of AI. But this is the first side of a medal, because you were asking how to somehow balance the powers in the region, which was not only about the political and economic side, it was also about the military stuff in your question. So here we are facing the second side of the medal. So here we have some fears, and it's important to speak about the issue of weaponizing AI, which is quite popular nowadays in many countries, in many platforms, such discussions, that we must be very careful when speaking about weaponizing AI. Of course, it's very attractive from one hand, but from the other side, there are many risks and challenges that AI technologies are going to bring with them for the humanity here. So this is why, starting from the last part of your question, I can say that Armenia is very much involved in many agendas and topics related to the application of the regulation of AI. So we are engaged in many topics regarding this regulation stuff of AI, because we have the feeling of responsibility, not only towards us. We today there, and especially it's important to speak about not allowing the monopoly of AI in one group's hand. We can realize which risks it will have. It will bring and create for us, which challenges. So this is why we are involved in such platforms concerning this regulation part. And this means that the legislative work we are going to do, we are going to initiate in cooperation with international partners. So it's an important stuff that the government is focused on nowadays. But from the other hand, as I already mentioned, it's all about the opportunities especially for the economic development for our country, which is going to support the political leadership to implement its projects, programs. So here that we are putting our more and more efforts to use the maximum potential of artificial intelligence. For reaching our goals, there are three main directions that Armenian government is following: the human capital, the human talents, where we are putting a lot of investments, because it's all about the new job specializations, new specifications. Here we are going to put more investments. It's about the infrastructure and data. speaking about in the part of infrastructure, I can bring some example. For example, inside the Yerevan State University, we are opening AI, the first AI supercomputing center. We are starting with 72 GPUs, and we are dreaming of having more and more in the future. We are in active discussions with our international partners, with many huge corporations. We have already opened another supercomputing center at the engineering city, where the supercomputing center is supporting the machine learning, cloud computing, research in artificial intelligence, in data analysis, in astrophysics, in quantum physics, in bioinformatics. So again, those are examples that Armenian government is putting a lot of resources and investments. And speaking about that, here again we have some progress. We just finalized the draft law on public information, which is going to improve open data management and access. So trying to sum up, again, this all about the possibilities and new opportunities which Armenia is going to use as much as it is possible, for taking into account our opportunities and limited resources, of course. But the second is all about the challenges, because speaking about labor market challenges, yes, it's challenging. The fear of job displacement is quite real. And it's quite real, even if for the IT sector, which is quite advanced in Armenia, it's real for basic coding, for monitoring, for system maintenance. There are many risks for this kind of IT specialists. We do realize it, but here we are suggesting to use the helicopter view to maybe to go deeper in the context to get the answers to these questions. And to us it's simple. It's not only just a simple let's say elimination of job. It's coming to redefine them. It's definitely is going to reshape all the economy and the structure and the logic of economy, but it's also, we are following them, and it's a reality. And the government of Armenia and the many corporations, in the high-tech industry, they are reskilling, upskilling workforce in Armenia, to ensuring ourselves that our people, our society is ready for the new, for the future technologies. And it's very important to ensure ourselves that the society of Armenia is not going just to become a participant in these processes, but the leaders of the new technologies, AI future. So, but the second thing, just finalizing and trying to sum up, is that Armenia, logically, we are very much. It's about careful consideration and deliberation, because when we speak about defense industry, military industry, as I already mentioned, there are a lot of risks that we are taking into consideration. We have to take into consideration. So here we are kind of, let's say, conservative. Of course, discussing the possibilities of bringing new technologies into military industry, but we have some fears. There are some risks and challenges which are obvious, and we are thinking twice or 10 times more before making important decisions. Thank you.